Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's Super Rugby round 7 week. The teams are out. I'll just be going over some of the changes in the starting lineup and a few stats, and then I'll make my predictions on which teams I think are going to win this weekend. There'll be 3 games on Friday and 2 games on Saturday. In the first game, we have the Moana Pacifica, who are 11th on the table, at home against the Highlanders, who are 8th. Both teams have played 6 games so far. The Moana Pacifica have only won 1 game and lost 5. The Highlanders, on the other hand, have won 2 and lost 4. For the lineups, a couple of changes to both sides. The Moana have made 6 changes to their starting lineup. First off, Abraham Pole starts at 1 after coming off the bench last week. Feletti starts at 3, replacing Tom Savage, who's out with a head knock. Polonati starts at 4 after coming off the bench last weekend. Dominic Ropetti starts at 8, replacing the injured Samisi Tupo. Garden Bishop starts at 10, replacing Pellegrini, who drops to the bench. And Solomon Alaimalo starts at 14, replacing Julian Sevilla, who's out with a shoulder injury. For the Highlanders, we have Thomas Lavanini starting at 5. Howden moves to 6, and Sean Withy drops to the bench. Viveni Lasaka starts at 7, replacing Lucas Casey. Nick Shearer starts at 9, replacing Fulava Katava, who's been left out. He's not really injured, so I guess his form has just kept him out of the team. Tanielu Telea starts at 12, replacing Timosi Tavatavanawai, who drops to the bench. At the moment, both teams are in really bad form. Moana have lost 5 in a row, the last one being against the Crusaders, losing 21-50. They're really doing okay at halftime, only down by 3 points. For the Highlanders, 2 back-to-back losses, the last one being their biggest loss of the season, losing 7-50 to the Hurricanes. The last time both teams met, the Moana actually won by 5 points. But still, the Highlanders are favourite to win, even though they don't have that much depth in their squad. As long as they sort out their lineouts and kicks, especially from the back, and if they're more clinical and just take all their chances, they should be able to get the win. My prediction, I think the Highlanders are going to win this game by 10 points or more. Over to the second game, we have the Brumbies, who are third on the table, going up against the Waratahs. The Brumbies have played 6 games. They've won 4 and lost 2. The Waratahs have played 5 games, won 2, lost 3. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak, so not good for them. They'll be definitely looking for a win. There's a couple of changes to both teams. The Brumbies have made 3 changes. The Waratahs have made 2 changes. For the Brumbies, Lucky Shaw starts at 4, replacing Nick Frost. David Feluai starts at 12, replacing Hudson Crichton, who drops to the bench. And Ollie Sapsford starts at 14, replacing Kai Oates. For the Waratahs, we have Lawson Crichton starting at 12, pushes Joey Walton to 13, and Tristan Riley drops to the bench. Andrew Callaway starts at 14, replacing Harry Potter, who's not in the team. Folau Fainga and Charlie Gamble are back on the team, both starting from the bench. On paper, both teams are really looking strong, but the Brumbies will definitely be coming into this one a bit more confident, especially after that last win against the Chiefs. The Waratahs, on the other hand, will be a bit more desperate for a win after the 3 straight losses. The last time both teams met, the Waratahs actually won that game. They're not really a bad team. As long as they turn up for 80 minutes, then this one should really go to the wire. Honestly, I'm fancying the Brumbies to take the win. They've just been a more consistent team. They have a better squad compared to the Waratahs one. And aside from that one, drew a loss. The other loss to the Reds was a really close one, and they should have won it. My prediction, I think the Brumbies will take this one by 8 points. On to the third game. This will be a big one. Everyone's waiting to see if the Hurricanes are really that team. They are currently first on the table, and they'll be taking on the Reds, who are currently 4th on the table. Both teams have a similar record. They've both played 5 games. Both have 4 wins with only 1 loss. Couple of changes to both teams. For the Hurricanes, Tyrell Lomax starts at 3, replacing Pasilio Tosi, who drops down to the bench. Duplessis Kirifi is back on the team, starts at 7. Peter Lakai goes to 8, which means Braden Yose drops down to the bench. Belen Sullivan starts at 14 after coming off the bench last weekend. Mubi goes to 15 and Callum Harkin is out of the team. For the Reds, Fraser McWright is back on the team, starts at 7, replacing John Bryant. Louis Washon starts at 9, replacing Kehlani Thomas, who drops down to the bench. Tom Liner is back in the team and starts on the bench. 2 possibilities for this game. Either the Hurricanes are going to put 50 on the Reds if they play the same way they did against the Drua last weekend, or it will be a close game if the Reds are able to fix the issues from that last game and solid defensively and take their chances. Everyone has been saying the Hurricanes have not yet been tested. They're hoping the Reds beat them. Yeah, but if I'm being honest, the Hurricanes are just on another level. They're a well-oiled machine. They take their chances. Their forward pack is really impressive. Their backline is probably the best in the competition at the moment. I don't think the Reds will have enough to beat them, but I'm hoping they give them a hard game, especially since the Hurricanes have won the last 10 games they've played against the Reds, going all the way back to 2014. My prediction, I think the Hurricanes are going to take this one by 20 points. On to the 4th game, we have the Blues, who are 2nd on the table, taking on the Drua, who are currently 9th on the table. This will be a special one since both teams will be contesting for that inaugural Joeli Vidiri Memorial Trophy. This is to honor the electric Joeli Vidiri, who passed away in February 2022. He played for Fiji 7 times before converting to New Zealand and earning 2 caps for them. He also played for the Blues from 1996 to 2001, earning 61 appearances and scoring 43 tries. The Blues have played 6 games, winning 4 of those and losing 2. The Drew, on the other hand, have played 5 games, winning only 2 and losing 3. There are a couple of changes to both sides. For the Blues, Marcel Reynata starts at 3, replacing Sam Matenga, who drops down to the bench. Torian Barnes starts at 6. Anton Zegna goes to 7, replacing the injured Dalton Papali'i. Taufa Funaki starts at 9, replacing Finlay Christie, who drops down to the bench. Cole Forbes starts at 14, replacing Kodivai, who goes to the bench. Peyton Spencer starts at 15, replacing Zan Sullivan, who is out with either an injury or a head knock. For the Drua, Kemu Valetini starts at 10, replacing Armstrong Ravula, who drops down to the bench. Yosefu Namose starts at 12, replacing Isikeli Rabitu. Epeli Momo starts at 14, replacing Georgi Nosova, who's probably out with an injury. And Virimi Vakatava is on the bench. The Blues are favourites to win this one. I mean, they're coming into this one very confident after 3 straight wins. The last one away to the Waratahs being a come from behind win, proving that they have an 80-minute performance in them. For the Drua, they'll be looking for that first historic win away from home and will really be motivated by the opportunity to win that first Joeli Vidiri Cup. However, the Blues have won all the 5 games they've played between them, and given their current form, I don't think that will be changing anytime soon. By prediction, I think the Blues will take this one by 15 points. For the last game of the weekend, we have the Force, who are currently 10th on the table and coming back from a bye week, taking on the Chiefs, who are currently 6th on the table. Both teams have played 5 games each. The Force have only won 1 and lost 4, while the Chiefs have won 3 and lost 2. Couple of changes to both sides. For the Force, Violini Akwasi starts at 8 and pushes Will Harris to the bench. The Chiefs have made 7 changes to their starting lineup. Brody McAllister starts at hooker, replacing Takiao, who drops down to the bench. George Dyer starts at 3, replacing Ruben O'Neill. Akoi starts at 5, replacing Tupovai. Sami Penny Finau starts at 6. Parker goes to 8. Luke Jacobson goes to 7, replacing Jerome Brown. Xavier Rowe starts at 9, replacing Cortez Ratima, who starts on the bench. Josh Jacomb starts at 10. Damien McKenzie, who started at 10 last weekend, moves to 15, replacing Coombs Feibling. Imoni Nara is back in the team, starts at 14. Leroy Carter goes to 13 after starting on the wing last weekend, replacing Daniel Rona. For this fixture, the Chiefs have won the last 5 games both teams have met. But if I'm being honest, this is a very different force team. They have a lot of experience. In the last game, they really gave the Hurricanes a run for their money. They're well rested after that bye week, and they're really looking forward to getting back into winning ways after their 2 back-to-back losses. The Chiefs, on the other hand, even though they had a disappointing weekend, they'll be very confident coming into this one after a decent showing against the Brumbies in a game that I really think they should have won. Despite the changes in the team, they still look like the stronger side, and they should be able to get the win this weekend. My prediction, I think the Chiefs will take this by 10 points. Let me know down below what your thoughts are and what your predictions are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.